So there you are on your dive, looking at your pressure gauge, and you start to feel nervous. That air is going down pretty quickly. Uh-oh, you think, am I the one that's going to have to cut this dive short? Hi, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, I'm Diane, and I run the website scubadivingsmiles.com. So let's jump right in, and I'll share with you 3 easy tips to use less air. I use all of these tips, and probably use number 3 the most when I first started diving. And that first tip to conserve air while you're diving is to stop moving. Why? Because more movement equals more air used. And it really is that simple. So you don't want to be the Energizer Bunny down there. Just remember, you want to use the minimum amount of movement. Now, I know when you first start diving, you're going to be fidgeting down there, you're going to be playing with your BC, you're making all these type of movements, and that's perfectly normal. All new divers do it. But on your next dive, I want you to be aware of your movement at all times. And when you find yourself making unnecessary movements, stop. Remember, less movement equals less air used. And even though it seems very simple, you will be amazed at the difference it does make. So on your next dive, think to yourself, am I being the Energizer Bunny or am I being Buddha? So before we get on to tip number 2, tell me, have you ever worried yourself about having to cut a dive short, or have you cut a dive short in your dive career? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience. So my tip number 2 for how to save air while scuba diving. For this tip, I just want you to remember 3 words. That's right, 3 words. Be the torpedo. Yes, be the torpedo. And just think of what a torpedo looks like. It's nice and sleek, there's nothing dangling, nice and streamlined, and that's what we want our profile to look like when we're underwater. So take anything that is dangling, any gauges or anything, clip it to your BC, put any accessories you're not using into your BC pocket or clip it onto your BC, or even better, if you're not using it and you don't need it, don't even take it on the dive with you. Especially when we're beginner divers, less really is more. Obviously, you want the important things, but any of those accessories that aren't 100% necessary, leave them at home. That way, you'll be nice and streamlined. If you're streamlined underwater, that means you're going to have less resistance underwater. And less resistance means less air used. And as an added bonus, that expensive equipment isn't going to be hitting a reef or hitting something else and getting damaged. So that way, we're going to save the equipment, we're going to save the reef, and we're going to save some air. And what can be better than that? That's what we're here for, right? So the next time you go on a dive, I want you to remember those 3 words. Be the torpedo. Be the torpedo. And that should help you with your air consumption on your very next dive. And that brings us to easy tip number 3 on how to save air while scuba diving. And I used to use this tactic when I first started diving. I'd look at my pressure gauge and I was like, uh-oh, am I not going to make it to the end of the dive? I didn't want to have to cut the dive short. And of course, that does nothing to help you to relax. It just makes you more nervous and use up more air. So what did I do? I went shallower. So as we all learned in certification class, the shallower we are, the less air we'll use. Now, many people use this tactic, me included, as I just told you. So next time when you think your air consumption is going a little bit too fast for comfort, just rise up, go a little bit shallower, stay within sight of the dive group, of course, and your dive buddy, and conditions allowing, of course, and that way of air consumption will decrease. And if you want more quick and easy tips on how to use less air while you're scuba diving, click on this video right here where I share some more air consumption tips with you. I will also link to the video in the description below. In the meantime, happy and safe diving.